Hi guys, I'm Chris. I've been in property management for about 13 years. Started in 2006 with one property, and over a couple years it turned into 50 plus properties. So I'm going to talk about what it's going to be like to be a landlord. Is being a landlord right for you? Okay, definition of a landlord is someone who owns property and rents it out to a tenant. I'll be going over some of the responsibilities and duties that a landlord goes through, just to give you guys a better idea. Okay. First thing, if you're new to being a landlord, you want to educate yourself. Research state, county, city laws. Every city is different. Research the local market, see what else is out there, checking comparables. Understand, that way you'll have a better understanding of what you can rent your property for, right? So when I say kind of check comparables, you see what else is available on the market. What amenities does it have? What price are they asking? How does it compare to yours? Is yours better? Is yours worse? Can you guys ask for more? Can you guys ask for less? So a good number to have, a good resource is the San Francisco Rent Board. The number's up there. It's actually a free hotline number. So if you guys ever have any questions, when you guys are landlords and you guys ever have any questions of how to do something, if this is legal, not legal, call the number, and it's a great resource. All right, one of the most important things is choosing the right tenant. And by doing that, screening is the most important thing in choosing the right tenant. You could start off with a basic phone screen. So when someone calls in, you have your property listed. Someone calls in, they want more information about your property. That's your time to ask them more information about themselves. So I usually ask them, tell me about yourself, and tell me about your roommates. And so actual conversation is, I had with someone is, it's me and my boyfriend. We're young professionals. We like to cook. We like to go out, and we like to hang out at home with our rabbit. And it's like, okay, red flag right there, right? This building has a no pet policy, so unfortunately, I don't think this would work for you. So, you save time on both sides. Credit check. If they're providing their own credit report, I always require at least to have one of the 3 institutions to show their FICO score. References, check all references, verify employment, residence history, you should call them all. Another big thing that people don't really think about is social media. So when I get an application that I'm considering, I will Google their name, I will Google their email address, I will check their social media, like their Facebook pages, their LinkedIns, if they have any blogs or websites. It gives a lot of good personal information on them. The other thing is get the right insurance. Once you become a landlord, you need to change your insurance. So if you're currently living in your house and you're turning it into rental, you need to change your insurance. If you rent out one of your rooms in your house, you're now a landlord. You should change your insurance. If renter's insurance is an option, you should always have your tenants get renter's insurance. And the other insurance is wrongful eviction insurance. So if you're living in a city that has rent control, it's a good idea to make sure you guys have wrongful eviction insurance. A lot of times it is built into the policy, but sometimes it is not. Oh, speak louder? Okay. Okay, so some pros and cons of being a landlord. Of course, number one is the monthly income. It's always nice to have someone else pay down your mortgage while your property appreciates in value. There's also a lot of tax benefits, a lot of write-offs you can do. Talk to your CPA of what you can write off. And it's a great way to achieve financial goals. Owning real estate in the Bay Area is great. Some of the cons that I've experienced as being a landlord and property manager is You're always on call, 24/7, 365 days of the year. Even when you're on vacation, you got to take those calls. The second thing is I get the most is tenant complaints. Whether it's noise from another neighbor, or the hot water's too hot, the hot water's too cold, the water's too cold, or the garage door's not working. Those things, they all need to be resolved as soon as possible. Ongoing repairs and maintenance on the building. It's best to keep up the maintenance just so you don't have any deferred maintenance and bigger problems down the line. And the fourth one is rent collection and enforcement of late payments. It's usually the same tenants that are going to be late. If they're going to be late, it's usually the same ones that are late over and over again. Okay. So if that doesn't seem ideal for you guys can always hire a property manager. A property manager or company will take care of all the responsibilities that I just mentioned. And basically, you can enjoy all the benefits of being a landlord without any of the cons. So to decide if property management is right for you, to hire a property manager, if you lack the time or the expertise, you should hire a property manager. If you don't see yourself having time to do open houses, screening tenants, learning all the new laws, then a property manager would be a way to go. And again, process of selecting the right tenants is very important. It's one of the most important. It could make or break your lease term. You get a tenant that complains all the time, and it's just going to make that lease term horrible for you. Okay. Not all property managers are equal. So it's always a good idea to interview. If you guys are thinking of hiring a property manager, to interview them. Here at Perisson, we do partial management, or we can do 100% of the management. If the client wants to just take care of the money, they don't want us to touch it, that's totally fine. We could do everything else. Or if you guys want us to take care of 100% and you don't want anything to do with it, we can do that too. So average cost for property management is about 4 to 10% of monthly rent. That doesn't include other fees like renting it out. If you want a remodel project handled, we could do that too, but that would be a little extra. If it were to come to legal, that's also not included in the fees. But average cost for the market around here is about 5 to 10%. So the biggest complaint that I hear from tenants and landlords is responsiveness, or lack of responsiveness. Whether tenants say it takes too long to get a hold of the property manager for him to fix things, or he doesn't fix things at all, that'll cause the tenant to move out, and it's going to cause higher turnover and cost you money. So my tenants actually have my number. I know they have it in their phone. They text me, they call me at any time of the day, and I respond. Even if it's a small problem, like a leak under the sink that only comes on when the dishwasher's on, once we get off the phone, I'm calling someone to fix it. So my philosophy is, why wait a week or two when you can fix it right away? So that keeps my tenants happy, which in turn, they seem to take better care of the place, of the property. They pay rent on time, and that makes the owners happy. So happy tenants equals happy owners and a happy property manager.